and action.
All right.
All right.
Here we are, man. Episode 4.
Yeah.
And this is January
27th,
27th for us, but
I think.
yes.
I mean, it'll be up
2020.
by 11 tonight, I think. But, oh well.
We will see.
Yeah.
But shit, I haven't talked to you
Since last
last
week.
podcast. Yeah, all week we've been very busy.
It's like you didn't even answer my text anymore. Like, what's up
Oh,
with that?
okay. Stop.
Huh?
Stop.
I mean, you didn't say no or anything.
Oh,
Like, jeez.
I was
Too busy working.
too busy watching my daughter and wrestling.
And watching wrestling.
And watching wrestling. Yeah.
The Royal Rumble was like you text me just once, don't talk to me. I'm watching the Royal Rumble.
The wet Royal
The Royal Rumble.
The wet Royal
The Royal Rumble.
Oh, it was good. I don't know if any wrestling fans listen to this, but I won't spoil who won. It was Drew McIntyre. But anyways.
The what?
Yeah,
never heard of her.
That's right. You don't know when's the last time you watched wrestling?
I don't know.
Hulkamania?
Like
After
like
Hulk.
watching like an actual. Oh well.
When you followed, it's probably like what Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, The Rock.
Yeah, when I was, I think we sort of touched on this. Like, yeah, I think when I was fully invested in wrestling was during that time. Stone Cold, Rock wasn't fully bald yet. He wasn't roided out as much.
Is he naturally bald? I thought he just shaved his head.
I mean, I didn't say he was bald. I mean, he still had that little poof.
What's
that
his
little,
IG? Call him
That
out.
little poof coming on.
Call him. Hey.
That little positive. Hey guys, just keep it together. You're not alone.
Iron Paradise. Fast and Furious.
Just keep it focused.
Transformers.
It's probably like the nicest guy that
I know.
won't kick my ass.
Bring it
Yeah,
on, dude.
I think that's. Bring it on. How can you end it? It's like the nice guy. Yeah, we're bringing on. If you smell. Yeah, I think I was around that time. I think Shawn Michaels is still in the game. But yeah, well, I think if you're gonna say like when was the last time I watched wrestling, I accidentally came across AEW. And I was impressed.
Okay.
I was like, oh wow. And I think, did we mention the whole Luchador Underground thing last podcast?
Yeah, Lucha Underground's old, yeah.
But that was just like coming across random videos on YouTube, which was pretty amazing.
Oh shit, speaking of combat sports, did you see the McGregor Cowboy fight?
Yes, I saw it at a family birthday party.
How were those shoulders, dude? Holy shit.
That's the game now.
McGregor
It's gonna
just
be
bam,
Ultimate
bam.
Fighting Shoulders.
It's like Tech Dex, but with shoulders.
He's not dumb for using it. It's like you use every part of your body. I mean, if you use it right, and if you feel your damn
Cowboy
shoulder.
looked like he would.
And he's like what, like a few inches taller, so that he has the advantage of like scooping.
I
So I
imagine
saw that. I was like, oh, is he gonna keep going in with that? I was like, yeah, he did.
Did it live up to the hype that you bought into? Or I bought into a bigger fight.
I guess, but I think I was more nervous because it was kind of like a redemption thing for him. In my perspective, yeah, he looked really good. Like that whole attitude change was a breath of fresh air. But I think I was just like more nervous for him, like just wanting him to win, just cause. And it's just funny, like our whole family was going for Conor, and then.
Do you think he's getting Khabib next?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how the game is getting all those fights together.
Yeah. No, it's totally. UFC and WWE two the most interesting things to watch for me.
Isn't or
is yeah. And I would say like even inspiration in music, the way they perform and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Relate it to on stage or anything. That was gonna actually be one of the questions I was gonna ask you last podcast, and I saved it for today. But like influences other than musicians, so like actors, athletes, stuff like that. Did you have any inspirations as a musician from stuff like that?
I mean, speaking of athletes, we just lost a legend the other day, or was it yesterday?
Yeah.
So yeah, big shout out to Kobe Bryant and condolences to that family.
Yeah,
man.
condolences from Beware the Bear and
the podcast crew.
The podcast.
But I made a post yesterday saying like, I mean I was never loyal to an NBA franchise for years. But I mean, but whenever Lakers would come on, like Kobe was always amazing to watch. And then just watching a Lakers game, you always want them to win because knowing that Kobe kicks ass every game.
Yeah, I grew up a Bulls fan, so I was always, Jordan, Pippen style. And then he came into the league, and I was being compared to Jordan, so it was always hard for me to like him from a NBA fan standpoint because he was so damn good and has given Michael Jordan a run for his money as far as greatest of all time and record setting. But I do remember watching him. I don't know the years exactly, but when they were winning those championships back to back to back, and it was always them in the Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me and my friend Jose would go to bars and watch him just come in clutch and turn from Kobe Bryant to the Mamba and all that stuff. Like that was, I'm really glad I got to experience that.
All of that.
Yeah,
like that transition from like Jordan era to like the Kobe.
You don't realize how lucky you are to witness stuff like that, and then when it's gone, you really look back. But it hit me not only from the athlete losing, like a celebrity standpoint, but because I also have a daughter. The father-daughter aspect of it was just that was so intense. So many pictures of them mimicking and shadowing each other, like how they play the game and biting their T-shirt, waiting for stuff.
Oh, I think I've
side by sides. Yeah,
I don't know if someone just was recording them like at his in-home gym, and then we're just going like 1-on-1 on each other, and he was like pulling off the same moves as him, like putting them in the same situations as Kobe was in, and he would just go like post up on each other, but she would just like around and just push him off. It's like, oh damn.
Yeah, all the clips and stuff of her playing is phenomenal.
It was cute to see like them two watching a game and like breaking it down, and you can tell. I saw like a clip of him giving pointers, of like, oh yeah, he was like doing like this hand motion, and then she would catch along, and then they would like both make eye contact. It's like, oh yeah, that's how you do it and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah,
that was unfortunate. Yeah, that sucked, man. And then, even locally, we've had the unfortunate event with it made national headlines, I believe, with the two HPD officers. That's crazy. That one thing that is awesome to see is how much our island comes together. Yeah. Because almost everywhere is the just like, what is it? The charity and money to help out the families.
Not to sound corny, but like that's legit Aloha Spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, it's in a legit non-commercialized form. You just see everyone just
that's the one
kind
thing
of mourn and come together with.
Always been attractive about this place is because I'm not from Hawaii, but that's the family aspect and how everyone is treated.
Yeah.
With family is, and Aloha. That's definitely different from anywhere else that I've lived.
Yeah, just so. Crazy way to start off 2020 though.
Yeah,
it's like damn.
Too much death in the beginning, but like, condolences to the HPD officers,
their families,
Kobe daughters, the families in the helicopter.
And there was like another local person, like a coach on that.
Yeah, from UH. Yeah, I saw that. I saw
other, their daughters. Like, jeez, that was a trip. But anyway, going back to a question about like athletes and celebrities. I mean, yeah, like I would say like the same situation of me not watching wrestling is like the same time I stopped watching NBA basketball.
Oh, okay.
It was like during that whole time of like, cause I mean even then it was like kind of dramatic back then. Like the game was different back then. Like if you watch interviews, like the game was.
Oh yeah, no, they were like
dirtier.
And they were cutting like promos and stuff.
Yeah, they were
the game,
like rough.
Now can you imagine now if something like Rodman, the stuff he used to say?
Yeah, Rodman and like Detroit Pistons, like they were gangsters, like ruthless.
Imagine now, Kevin Durant, I'm coming for you.
Like, I never caught on with like the new genre of
Allen Iverson
basketball. Ooh. Yeah, I think. Well, he was like kind of like the tail end of Kobe. Yeah. Because did he retire the same era or?
I'm not sure.
Before, that's when it fell off. But I'm not gonna lie. Ever since the whole Kobe thing went down, like I had the urge to like play some basketball across the street for some reason.
Well, we used to do that for warm-ups, remember?
Yeah, we should do that like next week for free. Or this week.
Yeah, that's one thing I can do. I can still... I've been known to dribble the pigskin from time to time.
I think I still got my Jordan fadeaway going on.
I got my T-Max Adidas from Foot Locker Kids.
Were you going to say Tracy McGrady?
Yeah, T-Mac, bro. Come on.
I was thinking the
Big Mac. T-Mac, bro.
No, I was thinking the comedian. I was gonna say the comedian. What's his name? Tracy Morgan.
Oh.
Tracy Morgan.
Oh. Is that a kidney joke? Ooh.
We're gonna play basketball. Someone getting pregnant.
Jesus. This is scare tactics.
We'll pull out my dick in this court.
Holy shit.
Oh shoot! I apologize.
Oh.
Going one can deep in with this new
At Zach Manzano.
Ola Hard Seltzer, everybody. Some good stuff. Trying this ginger.
And I'm
thing
staying
going on.
true to our
This is
truly.
first time
Trying to
having
get
it. So.
Trying to get that PBS
Yeah,
and
so
truly.
so this one just came out. This Truly Lemonade, sort of, last week, and this is your first time having it.
Yeah.
And what is your verdict from here to the original Truly?
I can't stand the way the can looks, but it's really good.
You can't stand the way.
Can't stand it.
Jeez. I'm not even gonna. Touch.
Yeah, don't. I know where. Stop. Stop. All right.
Would you
I
feel
thought-
would you
I
feel
had
the
to-
same if it
there
was
was
a
a-
monster?
We had to look each other in the eyes right now.
It's like, yeah,
Because
I don't want to
he
edit
was-
this podcast at all.
Oh. 12.
All
We're gonna.
All right, that was a good podcast, episode 4, episode 3.5. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
So you were saying you're inspired by Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. It's a horrible treat. I used to do that. I can't do it anymore. Whack. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of much. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Chicago Bulls era, athlete-wise. I mean, nothing really stood out as opposed to like an actual musician. But I mean,
What about like actors? Did you have any like actors that I don't know inspired the way you act on stage or?
well, I'm gonna. Well, you know, I'll
Or your
add
sense of humor.
I'll
you
add
know,
on
yeah.
to that after, but I'll start with like actors. I mean, they're not groundbreaking for a lot of people, but I always love a good Tom Hanks movie. I always wanted to sit down and have dinner or like drinks with like Christopher Walken.
Oh, dude.
And then, like those weird. I mean, I'm full on biased to like any Johnny Depp movie. I'll watch everything that he did.
You do have a good Johnny Depp impression. I'm not gonna lie. He does.
Yeah, with the filter on. With the filter on.
It's
but I
still
can't-
good. It doesn't, because I was gonna say it doesn't edit your voice. So it needs to do the voice pretty
No,
good.
yeah. I mean, few drinks in, you get that Johnny Depp swagger going on. Yeah, nothing too much that I can pinpoint something that was like game changer of what I do.
Any movies that you can
Hobby-wise.
think of that you remember seeing in it?
Other than Star Wars, but yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing I can't say off the top of the dome.
Nothing makes you feel like Star Wars does? Gives you goosebumps like that, or gets you inspired, or
I mean, I love good Disney movies, the classics, the animations. It's like those stuff, like will always.
you like the new
Like-
stuff, like the Tangled style animation, Frozen style.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have that same formula where it just kind of like tugs at your chest, like, oh,
Oh yeah.
maybe I'm not dead on the inside entirely after
Yeah.
all.
If you're not getting the feels on Disney movies.
Yeah.
just-
So I'm like, oh man, I think that's why I'm scared to watch the new Lion King and like Lady and the Tramp because I've never did.
I haven't
Knowing
s-
of what's gonna happen and knowing what I grew up with like Lady and the Tramp and
the Lion King one never
Lion
gets easy.
King.
Never
it
gets
never
easy.
does.
Even the cart every time, daughter Sunray likes to watch that quite often, and that scene never gets any easier.
No, I
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah, I can't stand
Like,
it.
even the cartoon messed me up.
Yeah, every time Simba kills Scar, I'm just like, jeez, should have been the king.
Oh, I just can't wait. But I am
Totally
excited for the Mulan remake. Only because I'm a martial arts fan, so I'm just hoping that's gonna be like
That's gonna be good. They look like
a
they're doing.
Crouching Tiger, like full on stuff.
I hope they go full on like that. That'd be awesome.
I hope so. I'm just kind of bummed there's no Mushu in Wushu. Is it Mushu in it.
That's all
It's
he
just
wanted.
like a huh?
All he wanted was some Mushu.
I want some Mushu.
That's not Tracy. No, that's Chris Tucker.
Yes, Rush Hour. I want some Mushu. Mushu, you hungry?
All right. So, what else is there?
Well,
I guess.
What about you? Like, same question reflected back to you.
Oh, like actors.
Sports or anything like? Do you have any?
Well, you know I
Or
love.
just favorite? Like,
You know I love my comedians. So.
comedy, but who?
So it almost goes out like Jim Carrey.
Mm.
Bill Burr is one of the more current ones.
I love Bill Burr.
Chris D'Elia is a good one. Not for everybody. Not everybody's cup of tea, but even Theo Vaughn. Those guys are all really funny. So, and then I don't know, maybe like Chris Farley was always a good old school one. Like his sense of humor, just how animated. I love the guys that are animated in the face and the eyes. Like they tell their comedy through their body language, kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like physical
like Jim
comedy,
Carrey
but
is
not
great.
too much.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
But only Jim Carrey can pull off that craziness, though.
Yeah, he can overdo it and not kill it.
Yeah,
he's very good at that. And so athlete wise, I mentioned Dennis Rodman. I always liked how flamboyant and outspoken he was. Just
that was his style.
Yeah,
like, there was nothing like that. Like
and
the dramatics of it and stuff like that, which is awesome.
Love that. Wrestlers, Ric Flair. Always liked him more than Hogan or Giant, just because of his, I guess, cockiness and then the robes and the, no pun intended, but the flair that he was able to present. And then his daughter was even the same way.
Is she still in it?
She just won the Women's Royal Rumble.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the third year they're doing the women's now.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair. So yeah, so that's wrestlers, actors, mostly
touching
comedians.
On comedians, like mine was like George Carlin.
Oh, dude. George Carlin,
I mean, at the time, like there was nothing
like that. Oh,
yeah. I can't even remember like how I was exposed to that. Probably with my cousin.
I was gonna say older family. Yeah. Oh yeah, we did meet. That's right. I got to meet Zach's cousin for the first time last week. Well, not for the first time. We've met before, but we actually got to talk and hang out and.
Yeah. He wasn't as drunk this time.
It was cool. We got to conversate about our passions, and
yeah,
he is passionate about cooking. I'll tell you what. And speaking of cooking, we did text this week a little bit, and I sent you some Japanese pancakes.
Yes.
And that omelet. You guys got to check this shit out. Go on.
Speaking of Japanese pancakes, Gyukaka started serving them now for dessert.
Really?
Yes.
It's okay, so we're going to have to check that out.
A la mode style, like a two-scooper ice cream and Japanese pancakes.
Well, beware the podcast goes to Goyakaku to try.
Just set up like Mike's.
Fat cakes.
They probably let me do it, like go there so much. It's like, hey, could we like, do a podcast live from your bar?
Yeah, last time we went there, the bartender was like, oh, hi, Zach. Here.
Hey, Chet.
Who's your girlfriend? I was like, it's me.
Justin?
Huh?
Beardsley
Oh. But yeah, so what else is going on? I didn't talk to you almost the whole week, man.
Nothing much. Work.
What's going on at work? Same.
It's just paying the bills, man.
For those of you who don't know,
Nothing exciting.
He oils bodybuilders in his free time.
Yes. Without gloves, though. So
for the Hollister entrance.
Did they still run?
Do they still do? Did they do that here? Was there models for Hall?
I'm asking you, bro.
I don't go there. I don't have
I'm
sun
stuttering
bleached
jeans.
I don't know.
I don't eat there, bro.
Who knows?
Yeah, work is work. Damn, something just left top of the dome.
Was it actors, comedians?
No. Oh well. Oh yeah.
Bounty Hunters Guild.
I found it. So we passed the 1 month mark of our album, which
yes, we did.
Which flew by pretty quickly. And,
it's on the 25th,
and that was just a few days ago. Yeah, did you hear anything else recently? Or just kind of like die down? Oh, we haven't really been in the public anyway.
No, just from the Silverstein show, just the feedback I got from the people that had gotten the album and stuff, but...
So we should be getting, like, data from, like, the release date stuff soon. So
we get what was the last data we got? Was the Spotify
Well, that
stuff?
one was just strictly for Spotify. I don't remember what I sent you. Do you remember that? And I sent you the Apple Music one, but I forgot that one too. But that one was, like, in the thousands already at that...
I didn't get
the first few weeks. Yeah, remember there was the map, and then there was like a bunch of stuff from the UK.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Sorry, I got freaking dialysis brain sometimes. I don't know. I
wonder if you probably were at dialysis when I sent you that.
You know, sometimes I do. I get texts or calls during dialysis, and by the time I'm done, it's gone. Like just I don't know if it's the blood. Sorry, the blood changing from the, or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine.
That's weird.
Shit.
For those of you who don't know, so good. You want to talk about this a little bit? Do you mind?
The lead singer of Beware the Bear.
Lead singer.
Lead singer, yeah.
Yeah, lead singer. Hey, is the AC on? Because I'm feeling pretty cool. Okay, anyways.
I'm gonna have sound effects next podcast. I swear to God.
Oh yeah. So, I volunteer myself as tribute for the Korg Nano Pad at live shows. I want to play 2 instruments.
We're all gonna have one. But like, no, we're gonna just draw it randomly.
He looked at me right now like, you're not getting anything more than a guitar.
You can't even work a tuner pedal, bro. You look at
me
when you tuner
like,
pedal.
what the fuck? You're not getting. Don't reading rainbow me, motherfucker.
It's like you look at me when your delay pedal don't work.
Oh, that's the second time this podcast he looked at me with those eyes. First it was the Truly can.
It's like yeah, you're definitely getting one. I'm not plugging it in though. Like my younger sibling, just like giving her the control. It's not
the remote or the dead battery.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's not working. What?
I'm doing it. You're just soloing with your guitar.
I mean, I'm almost done. Shit.
Korg Nano Pad
it's not working. Where's the 808?
Is this little? Is it a MIDI? Oh, it has a MIDI, and then it has just 6 or 8 pads that control sound effects and stuff. And
yeah, that's definitely coming. It's going right here.
I have to do a toilet flush.
Just do like a wild card of just effects. Like I won't even like. I'll just pre-program whatever, but I'll just like load whatever. Pick a number between 1 through 8. That should be fun.
And we were just talking about inspirations.
Yeah.
Okay, and one thing we haven't covered. So we've covered a lot of stuff with Beware the Bear in our albums, and then briefly talked to actors, comedians, all that stuff. So Blink-182, for those who don't know, is a huge influence on both of us. We both grew up. I would say it's both of our favorite bands, especially during that time. Maybe not so much now, but pending. So maybe talk a little about Blink-182 and their
influence on
us. And inspiration. Because if I could turn the camera on, dude, you got some. Got some Blink figures
some
and
blinkers. Yeah, well, I guess like growing up, like I had my parents' 80s rock and all that stuff. Journey, Bon Jovi, Van Halen, and then sort of transferred over to, I guess, metal like Metallica and Slayer and stuff like that.
I mean, and it was just because you were trying to learn
and play
music, or is just listening, like completely
just growing up from my parents, and well, I mean, my family too is just mostly rock, metal, and of course it was to like the classic Coin stuff. I mean, those stuff are good, not like what it is now. And then
was it a heavy influence on how you play guitar now? Why you picked up a guitar?
Not until I found like my own music when it came to like Blink-182 and like all the pop punk alternative stuff, and then just wanting to just hold a guitar and stuff like that.
What was the first Blink album you got? Do you remember?
Cheshire Cat. It was a Japanese version from Tower Records.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Tower Records.
Yeah, because you know how they had those import sections at the time?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like for some reason, like those were like double the price, but just for some reason, with all the Japanese writing stuff, it looked cooler. And then it wasn't available in the English version for some reason.
Do you still have it?
Somewhere.
There you go. We gotta show
somewhere.
Picture that. Someday.
But I did find the Blink-182 cassettes that I have. It's in my other room. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I guess the primary influence would have been Blink-182. But after that of influencing me to want to pick up and learn a guitar, then I went back to all the stuff that I grew up with, try to learn all of those, and then develop a style, find tone, and try to mimic all these guys that I grew up with. Like I love Eddie Van Halen, but there's no way I'm getting on his level.
I would say you definitely have your own tone, but you can tell you are inspired by.
Yeah, you can tell. I have that 80s rock sometimes. Yeah, depends who I'm playing. I mean, if I do a solo, like you can tell with.
Oh, if you wanted to, I have no doubt you'd make a fucking kick-ass 80s album if you wanted to. You should do an 80s EP. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Manzano's 80s EP.
This is where the toilet effect would be.
Coming 2080. We gotta make 20s what music now?
20s music?
So just what is it?
20,
what was that?
2012s?
Jeez. I don't.
Like a acapella Seinfeld
I'm a whole
episode
strawberry lemonade in here.
Boom, ba-dum, bum,
But shit,
boom.
man. Blink-182. Sorry.
Yes.
I keep.
Okay, go back. Yeah, I've mentioned sort of mine. I can add on to it. Let's go back with
No, I was saying like,
to
what?
you. Yeah.
Okay, so I listened to Blink-182 also. My first album was that I bought was Enema of the State. First song I heard was Josie. And that's from Dude Ranch.
That's from Dude Ranch.
Yeah, so funny story. I thought Josie was The Offspring for the longest time, and my dad had a Ixnay on the Hombre cassette, and I went through every song just trying to find the line, "Yeah, my girlfriend."
Oh.
And yeah, because I had no clue what I was doing, so I'm going through this whole cassette, and I'm like, the song's not on there, and then I go through, was it Americana with the Kid on the Swing? Yeah, so I go through that, and then they have all the hits, but that song's not on there, and I'm like, dude. I give up on finding the song, and then one day it comes on the radio, and the DJ's like, it's Blink-182, and I'm just like, that's Blink-182, and then from then on, I liked them, went and bought Enema of the State was the first album, had my dad buy it for me.
Remember where?
Target or Kmart, wherever they had, because it wasn't Walmart, because Walmart would censor everything.
Yeah.
And then, so I believe it was Target or Kmart, and because it had the advisory on it, and I got it, and I remember singing "What's My Age Again" in the car with headphones on, and not knowing at the time what sodomy was, and then yelling out, "The state looks down on sodomy," and my mom in the front seat looks horrified. Just Kevin!
Mauve. Boom. Oof.
So it was, Blink-182, and believe it or not, dude, it was like the Verve Pipe and Spice Girls even, dude. I was listening to Spice Girls in a cassette player.
Oh, wow. No, I mean,
they were good at
I shared a room with my sister till I was 30, man, so I listened to all the Spice Girls, Britney, all the NSYNC stuff.
Yeah. Haters gonna hate you.
I'm not ashamed.
Me either, because you know what?
Take it on the dance floor, bro.
Boom.
Boom! That's where I got my stage presence from.
Bye.
Hip hop dance class. Okay, sorry.
Did you break dance? You were a breaker, weren't you?
Yeah, until I broke a bone, and then I just went to like hip hop only. But like at this time, for some reason I got offered to become a dance teacher, so you got to learn every genre that they taught, which was a total nightmare. But for some reason I pulled it off and became a teacher for like almost a year.
Wow.
And then a dance teacher, like a dance
Were
teacher.
Were you on a dance team at school or anything?
Yeah, it started off at school, and then there was a local dance studio that picked us up. I guess would you say sponsored us? I guess because I think that's when dance and all that stuff was like.
That's when the Jabberwockies were popping.
Not yet, but I do have like something that I want to. No, I'm not really copywriting on it, but like we did a thing with like full on white mask when I was like a junior, maybe, and then all of a sudden that like years later, I mean, like that America's Best Dance Crew and Jabberwock. I'm pretty sure Jabberwockies did it back then, but I didn't find it off of them. I promise. I seen them.
It was national attention.
National. Like for some reason too, like once I gained the respect to like teach dance, like all the stuff I did, it was, remember that Linkin Park Reanimation album?
Yeah.
Like it was very hip hop hybrid, like full on hybrid rock hip hop, and that's like the only songs I would like.
I feel like that's where like the Executioners was born when they did all that stuff.
Like weren't they like involved like majority of that thing?
I think so, because that's where all like the scribbling and stuff was coming from. But yeah, I remember that. I actually bought that album. Yeah. It was good.
We went off track. So Blink. We talked about dance. Oh yeah. Anything else to add on to Blink? When was the first time you seen them in concert?
Dude, I've never seen Blink-182.
At all? Not even when you're in the mainland?
Never saw Blink-182. I've only seen Angels and Airwaves, and it was a little bit before the I Empire release. They were singing songs from I Empire, but it wasn't out yet.
Is that here or in the mainland?
Mainland. Is that a skate demo in Ventura, I believe? But yeah, it was weird to see Tom DeLonge in person, and then just like hear his voice, and like like everything you've ever seen in DVDs or like live snippets, and that was a trip. And then
not as much dick jokes, but he's there.
Yeah, he's not as funny or animated in Angels and Airwaves. He's more, a little more serious, but
like damn.
But he still was funny, and was still telling kids to not be too cool to dance, because it was a lot of young.
Yeah.
And they were like afraid to dance and get, just be themselves. Still worried about what people think. Stuff. But yeah, the best advice he ever said that I like to give people that ever ask is, don't be afraid to look stupid, like when you're dancing or playing music and stuff like that. Like, just let it all out.
I mean, if you are performing or whatever, do you still like feel like you're holding back? Or
when we first were gigging and stuff, I felt like I wasn't.
Oh, that's natural.
I was not I definitely wasn't dancing. I was very, I was very stiff the first.
Yep, all 8 inches of him.
Jeez. But no,
okay. Sorry, what?
No, I remember my shoulder. I don't know. I have this weird thing whenever I'm nervous. My shoulders get. My posture gets really good when I'm nervous for some reason.
So you're not nervous now, then?
No. But my posture.
You can tell me. I'm all like.
I'm just hunched over. Just like skin over skeleton.
Jeez.
That's a
Track number what? Track number what? Track number what?
7?
I have no idea.
No, 8.
Yeah, totally it.
It's 8.
Or track number 1 if it's just a single you bought. Yeah, but how about now? Like, are you nervous? Do you still feel like you're not fully comfortable, or?
With singing and doing a cover with a band is one thing. Playing an instrument and singing your originals and providing the, I guess, I don't know, the spark to provide that kind of flame or fire for
an original song.
Yeah, an original. Yeah. I'm out of practice with that, so I'm very nervous to do it, but at the same time, it's like that nervous energy where you're excited. It's like an excitement. Because even like in the car drives when I'm listening to the album and stuff, I can almost see it. Like, I'll see it live as I'm listening to it. Or always the intro, too. The intro is like...
It's kind of envisioning.
It's like a movie. Yeah. That's crazy.
Man, yeah. I think that was like the feeling I wanted to. It's like I think every time, like whenever we write music, like I have like this cinematic thing in my head of where it would go visually. I think visually too whenever like we record or like write stuff and I mix.
We almost have like a music video in our head of what it's...
Yeah, or if it's either that or theme, live performance. Like we always see something like maybe you're doing something during like listening to that song, you're pitching yourself doing something, maybe I am.
That is one of the funnest parts about playing live, I'm not going to lie, is you don't necessarily premeditate your stage moves, quote unquote, but when it happens and you're in the moment, then it's just weird. It's a great feeling. I would be lying if I said I wasn't addicted to that feeling. So,
no holds barred stage performance.
I don't know if it's partial adrenaline and then something about breaking down that, like how I see it is almost like you have an electricity connecting you to the people, and the harder you guys vibe or like feel it, the stronger the voltage or like the beam gets.
Yeah, it's like you feed off their energy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like stuff like our like inspirations, like they would say that shit too.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, like we love it like when they go crazy and we go crazy.
The crazier they get, the crazier you get. Yeah. It's always been that way.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like, I really feel like I can not only imagine it, but I can really, really see it. Like it's really strange. There's been crowds that we've played for where it feels like it's just like some static electricity, like a tiny little zzz in the beginning, like barely fading, and then by like the second or third song, it's just like lightning bolts and thunder and.
Because if you give that energy, like most of the time, Like
you're gonna get back what you
back
get.
That energy.
Yeah. And sometimes you gotta, like I don't know, like you gotta warm the crowd up. Sometimes, like they're not always comfortable with. People are not always comfortable with being themselves in large crowds.
Yeah.
It's
your job to break.
It's your job. Yeah, it is.
Your
It's
job.
your job to break that down.
Yeah.
Exactly. When people are paying money to forget their lives for 2 hours, 3 hours.
And what makes it harder, but I guess more of a motivation, is like they're paying money not to see you.
See you. Yeah, it's not you. They don't give a shit
so
about
you. Fucking bring it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're there to
bring it.
They're there to see the main act, the guys that are on the flyer. They're not there to see the subtitle or the. But that's what makes it so special.
Yeah.
Is when it kicks into gear and then
like when you bring it and then you see everybody vibing on it.
Yeah. It's a feeling. It's not something you can just make or create out of like. There's no recipe for it. Yeah. It happens or it doesn't. Because there's been times where it doesn't, or the connection is mild or like non-receptive, I guess. But
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. Not everybody's gonna like everything you do.
Nope.
But some people are gonna really like everything you do though. So and that's all. I don't know. It's great.
And it adds to that feeling when everything on stage is genuine with the band itself, and then you're not even concentrating on the audience yet. You're just trying to get everyone on stage in the vibe first.
Yeah.
And if this is hype, then people are just gonna feel off of that, and then the connection happens after that. I feel.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That's why if you ever see us live, one thing we always do, and I actually saw it happen with you and your band, Any Given Chance, before we were playing, was the hands in mantra on 3.
Oh, the Mighty Ducks thing without the quacking.
Without the quacking, but that was always very important to me before a show, because it's like, I don't know, it's like everyone in, and then.
It may seem corny, but it's very.
It's between when you're doing it on stage with your bandmates or your friends.
It's like Megazord coming together.
Exactly.
So you can, like, depending whatever members you have in your band, you come together at one point. Like, you cannot be talking to each other at the venue at all before you walk on stage. Hands in, like, oh hey, I didn't even know you were here. Boom, same page.
And then even just like, you don't think about it while you're playing 2.5, 3.5 minute songs, but you and your friends or bandmates, you guys are really bonding, and they've done the science where your brain waves they connect, and everyone's on the same wavelength.
Yep.
And I think that's how even crowds get into it. Is everyone starts picking up that wavelength or that energy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
No.
Check.
But yeah, man. I don't know. Sorry, I got super into that right now just because.
No, that's what the point is.
Yeah.
So you get off on a tangent, but it's like genuine experience of stuff that you're talking about.
Calls me lead singer one time, and I just go off.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
Ask you one question, and then you feel entitled to like talk more. Just kidding.
So, we had a question.
I had a question.
We had a question.
We had a question.
Our good friend Bryson Gushi.
Okay.
He was asking if we could put together a pop punk dream team. What members would we use? And you couldn't. You can't do like Tom DeLonge from Angels and Airwaves, Mark from Plus 44, and Travis from the Transplants. That's cheating.
Okay.
I think
I'm ready.
I'll go. Really?
Yeah,
already?
I think.
Really?
I'm just going off of.
Dude, this took me.
I'm just going off right now.
Okay, we're gonna go with Zach's picks right now. Okay, so lead guitar.
Shit, I don't have lead guitar. I have the rhythm.
Okay, rhythm.
Can I just list off what I have in my head right now? Because we asked that. So Frank Iroh, MCR, rhythm guitar.
Okay.
Flea on bass. Travis Barker on drums, and Derek from State Champs.
Damn,
I can't think of a lead guitarist right now.
That's very cool. So my lead guitarist was Brown Sound from Sum 41.
That's a good one.
Drummer from Newfound Glory. Bassist was who did I pick? Come back to the bassist. Rhythm guy was oh man, I'm gonna get so much shit for this probably. It was Benji Madden. Just because Just simple, easy.
I
like,
can't hate it. I mean,
yeah.
I love.
Yeah, I was gonna Good Charlotte.
I love their album.
I like Good Charlotte too.
Prior to whatever that one was.
I guess I'm just picking a guy that I can be the most similar to.
Mm.
But and then, so lead guitar Brown Sound, Benji.
Fuck, that's a good one.
Drummer from Newfound. Singer would probably be Derek from State Champs. He just has that. He has the perfect.
He can do anything right now, I think.
Yeah, he can sing, and then he has that that snarl
when he has to do it. Yeah.
And then so I'm missing.
But that just came right when you asked that because I didn't have a singer. Always wanted to see if Frank and Travis would like do something together. Only because like I'm basing it off a stage presence.
Yeah, like, how well they mesh together. Yeah,
kill it. You know what I mean?
Because before the question was unique to pop punk bands. Because when I first, I cheated a little bit and was like doing this with Bryson. Yeah. And my initial people were Brown Sound, Flea, the drummer from Slipknot. Ooh. I started making this crazy
like original metal. Or the one now.
I guess the one now. The one now, but Joey would not. Yeah, I was gonna say Joey would even be a better decision. Jeez. But I'm just thinking because Brown Sound does that metal style stuff for Sum 41. So imagine Brown, that drummer.
He's like,
and then Flea.
Like how we feel like a Derek can do any vocal. Brown Sound can do
any guitar.
That 80s feel or like the very early.
I was gonna say, speaking of how your style and tone, like you guys are very.
Oh, because we're both brown.
Wow. Wow.
I had to do
See how he just based me in it? I'm just like, yeah,
because I'm brown. Yeah.
Fucking mash pain, motherfucker.
I was like, or because like when you said Brown Sound from earlier, I was like, oh, are you serious? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
That's probably not his real name, obviously.
Huh? What is his real name?
Khabib Nurmagomedov. Oh, that might get edited out. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. Shit. I think his name is Dave.
Girl?
Dave Brown Sound.
Mean Girls.
I don't. Oh, you saw that yesterday too? Mean Girls.
That was good.
That's a good one. Yeah. I can't think of a good lead guitarist that would be versatile with everything now. I mean, I can't say Zakk Wylde or like Eddie Van Halen because I don't think they would mesh with like Travis Barker and like Frank visually. I think it would just visually.
That's what weird. You know what? But that's what always makes the most surprising shit. Is people you never think would do well.
True. No, I mean musically they do well, but I'm thinking like
think of the shit we were playing
going back
before.
to like visually. I'm thinking visually too, like what I want to see on stage.
Think about.
It's like shit. I wanted to see Eminem and Travis Barker do shit together, but that didn't happen.
He just released a new album, right?
Yeah, I heard a couple. I didn't hear the album though.
That's just.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was great. So.
Yeah. Is there a response to Nick Cannon on that? Do you know? He didn't need to.
From Orlando Brown, there was. Oh, did you see that video?
No.
Oof. Okay, let's not talk about that.
Okay.
One. Oh, I'm gonna show you that after this podcast, bro.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna play by play the video like verbally right now. It's pretty disturbing. Yeah. Did you list all the member-wise for you?
No, I'm missing a bassist.
Oh. You had somebody, or you're still trying to fill that out?
Just because you can't have two of the same. So you know what? Switch the drummer from Newfound. Put in Danny from Neck Deep.
Oof.
And then bassist would be Ian from Newfound Glory. I think that'd be a pretty solid lineup. So Benji, Ian, Derek.
That'd be fun to watch, actually.
Brown Sound and.
Like I'm
Danny.
surprised bands don't do that now. Like like if there's like a 3-band tour.
Yeah, they don't
just do like one.
Well, do you remember when Story of the Year? Oh, they went on tour with. Oh my gosh, I can't think of who they did. Oh, you know what? I'm totally lying. So Story of the Year the singer would jump on drums and the drummer would jump on vocals.
Yeah, it was on the DVD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, they actually no. I'll help you on that one. Their last tour with whatever last album they had, I think they were on the same bill with Memphis Mayfire.
Oh, and
for a couple of things, and the guitarist, Kellen McGregor, and he's our age, so he grew up with the same stuff.
Oh, so he must.
That why, yeah, Story of the Year wise. So like, you just see like the backstage footage of them asking him to play, and then like he'll jump on for like a few songs.
If you could jump on if you could jump on board or on stage with any band, even if it was just for like one song, what do you think? Who do you think you'd be?
Fuck.
No Blink-182 either. Blink-182's out of the picture.
Now.
That's a tough question to just drop on you.
Going back a bit, Sum 41. I mean, if we're talking about like time wise, it's like damn.
Sum 41's a good one. That's you know what? Not that they're underrated, but just because they fell off for that bit, I feel like they didn't get the attention.
Even then, I don't think they got the.
Well, they were topping TRL though with Fat Lip and stuff.
Like, but I don't think they reached their full potential yet. Considering that Chuck wasn't out at the time.
Not only that, and then even with what they've come out with now, is like holy shit.
So like they can do that stuff, and then it's like Chuck was a game changer for me.
Chuck was so. I don't know if they still do it. Do bands still release the CDs with like 2 songs, 3 songs on it? Like, so it was.
Like a mini EP or something like that?
No, so I had a Chuck album, and it only had the hits on it, or not the hits, but only what was the?
Oh, like those greatest hits.
Yeah, it was like the same song like twice, like the song and then like an edit of the song, and then I had a Korn album, with the doll.
Oh, a single like.
And it was like a single CD, but it was like the same single 2 or 3 times, just done like differently.
Mix, yeah. Damn, I miss Towers because they had good stuff like that too. Yeah.
Or even like Victory Records used to put the samplers in. Like when I bought Hawthorne Heights, I had like an Atreyu song. Bayside, and like, I found out through. How I used to find out about bands was I'd buy an album, the album would come with a sampler.
Yeah.
Or I would buy, at the time, an Atticus compilation. Atticus was a clothing line back in the day that members from Blink-182 released. And I don't know if anyone listening to this podcast remembers loserkids.com.
But was subtle.
That's where me and Zach got all our clothes back then. I almost promise you. Did you have you had Macbeths? I guarantee. I know you had Macbeths.
I had the early releases. I didn't do because I think Journeys had the rights to sell those at the time.
It got weird.
Not really. My feet don't fit right in the skater looking ones.
Oh yeah, no, they're skinny shoes too.
Yeah, so like the I don't know if you remember the Macbeth Bonhams that Tom DeLonge always used to wear.
With the white M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked
like fabric.
Adidas Sambas. That was like
okay.
So I bought 3 of those.
I wouldn't mind buying another pair of those. You know.
You can't find them. Oh, the Sambas.
Oh, the Sambas. Yeah. No, and the Macbeths too. Shit, dude.
I would love to buy Sambas, but I can't find the short tongue ones. Like the low cut.
So that's what I had a problem with the Macbeths, was the tongue was always very thin. And back then, it was all about the fat tongue, baby. You had to stuff the sock. Did you do that? Did you have the fat DCs and Osiris's? And... No? Was that just a white boy thing?
No, I did have the Travis Barker DCs.
The remixes.
I had 2 of them.
So the snake skins?
That was the first one, right? Those. Yeah, so I have that. And then
the Badge of Honor with the
radio jukebox one.
No, I think that was the
last
third.
One, yeah. That was the last one.
The last one.
Yeah, so I have that, but I didn't wear it just because.
Did you get the DCs with the famous F on the side?
No. That was the canvas, just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had those, and then the DC remixes, and it's so funny because if I knew not how much the DC remixes would be worth, because they're not worth like super, but they're like more rare now.
Yeah.
I drew checkers and Blink-182 smiley face all over the whites with like Sharpie and felt pen, like. And so
that's what you do though.
In high school,
that's what everybody.
I was in high school and did that. Like it was so different. And did you wear belt buckles?
Yeah.
The Cadillac buckle.
Yeah.
And
I actually found that too with my Blink cassettes, the Cadillac famous ones.
And then the famous belts too, because they had the black belt with the white stars.
They modeled Travis Barker's, because he had like a Cadillac symbol on his kick drum at the time, so they modeled a belt buckle off of that.
It was the American flag with the reeds.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't wear that all the time, but I wore it a few times in school, and I wore it to a wedding.
Oh,
one
nice.
time. And then so like I had that prominently in the tux. I was like, what is that?
You know what's funny is everyone has the moment in school. I'm sure everyone can pinpoint this moment. See if you can. So before I found Blink-182, I was just into alternative music, very much into rap and hip hop, and I didn't like fashion wasn't like a huge thing to me, so I was just dressing semi baggy Levi's, white t-shirt, black t-shirt, very plain, Billabong,
Jinko jeans,
Jinkos, the Lee pipes that we were talking about, and then after I get really into Blink-182, from then on it was always belt buckles, famous t-shirts, Atticus
Yeah.
and I leaned a lot more towards Atticus because it seemed more dark and dreary than Famous was. Famous always seemed more gangster and like.
It was at the time, and plus I couldn't get those down here.
And Atticus now seems preppy, almost. Like it's so weird how much it's changed.
Is it in stores or just online only?
I think it's online only because the stuff I see is all the button-up shirts and then the weird cellular. Higgity hoobities. I don't even know, but.
So I still have my Atticus shirts, and it's all 2 sizes too small and faded, but I just keep it just for memory.
Gotta wear that during the show.
It won't even fit.
Dude, I wore it during a couple shows, but it was the Maid bandana.
You wore a bandana during shows?
Well, not a bandana. I had it in my back
as
pocket.
An accessory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
An accessory. How dare you? How
you
fucking dare you?
You wore it on your neck or something? I don't remember that.
Scarf?
Just scarf? Was it pashmina, bro?
You know what? So, at the new Bad Boy where I work, it's a t-shirt printing company. We found a box of Chinese silks. Scarves.
Better check it for lead, bro.
So, I will be wearing scarves. If we're gonna talk about it.
Corona scarves?
Jesus.
What? I prefer Modelo.
Dude, so did you hear about that? We're talking about the coronavirus in case you guys are curious.
No, I was talking about Coronas. Like, you wanted to bring up the virus part. Were you gonna bring up the whole Umbrella Academy thing? Oh.
You know, I'm not even gonna bring it up because
you're
gonna make some kind of shitty joke that makes me look racist or
what? I'd never.
brown sound because I'm brown.
Brown sound? It's like every time you say brown sound, you're looking me up and down.
If only I could bring up the truly joke.
Sizing me up and shit.
I was totally complimenting your guitar playing,
Yeah.
and then you just had to take me there. It's okay.
I mean,
it's fine.
You should be worried if I didn't. Just saying.
Don't be proud.
Well. I can't even say it. I don't even want to do it.
No, it's so bad.
It's so funny. We gotta watch that again after.
You used to scare me.
Oh, damn.
Oh, this podcast is going off the rails, guys.
Per usual. Wow, we're already at 53 minutes.
Yeah, we hit a sweet spot back there. I started ranting about Blink-182 and Dennis Rodman.
That's good. We have the freedom to do this.
No, that's right. I think that's the best part. And then, do you listen to our podcast?
Yeah. I mean, I have to upload it and just make sure everything's okay most of the time, so.
What do you think about it?
Like, for the first run, I'll just make sure audio's okay. I don't always listen to content until after.
Of course he doesn't listen to content.
I can, because I just want to get it up, that's why.
He'd be editing the shit out of me, that's why.
I don't, obviously.
No, he really doesn't. Actually, all these podcasts have not been edited. We've actually been very good and on our best behavior.
Sort of, but
not at all.
No, it's a tamed, explicit.
It is. The
vibe.
fact that I didn't get drilled for the truly can joke earlier really shows his restraint.
Yeah.
Because I had that coming. I had to look at him and go, don't say it.
Don't say it.
Shut up. Motherfucker. I'll kill you. I'm Don't reading rainbow me, motherfucker.
Off the rails indeed, my friend.
No, you're not. Bro. He's just spit all over his brand new mic and his pop filter. Good. Mission accomplished.
Jeez.
I can die happy.
That's might
and for those of you watching the YouTube video, I got my Niner shirt on, ready for Super Bowl week.
Yeah, how you feeling about that?
I'm scared, dude, because
I have slight anxiety just thinking about it, just because they're
anyone can shred a defense. It's that Kansas City quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
You think so? With your Niners?
You know what? That's the one thing I can't honestly say, because our defense is that damn good this year. So they have. I can honestly say they have not played a defense like ours. So if we can get to him and rush him and make him get rid of the ball before he wants to, I'm very confident in our ability to win the game, because our offense is gonna score. Like, it's going to. Like, I have no doubt. But yeah, Niners defense versus the Chiefs offense is what I'm most concerned about. And you'll know by the end of the first half how that's going.
Yeah.
Although we do have the bad habit of taking our foot off the gas pedal once we come out for the second half. So I'm really hoping we just fire up in that first half, don't cool down, and then continue right through and get a sixth Super Bowl in franchise history, tied with the.
So when does that happen? Next week or next week?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yeah. So today's Monday, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, Sunday is Sunday is Super Bowl, man. Another NFL season. And what's really cool is as much as you're not into it,
yeah,
you followed it from like
I
would not shut up since week 1, and then our buddy Sean Torres, everyone year round is all Niners fans.
Yeah.
It must be. Is it cool for you to experience?
It's always cool to experience like a team that. I mean, I'm not being a dick about it, like, who hasn't done so well and then just came like strong, like, I mean, from what I remember since the beginning of the season, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And kind of like oh.
Yeah,
okay,
it's been 4 or 5 seasons since we've had a winning record. Yeah.
And then I have a team that I'm not going to mention right now, but yeah, I mean, I follow them just strictly because.
Just mention them, dude. Come on.
Yeah. I grew up with the '90s Cowboys. I mean, that era ain't coming back, but.
Respect. Emmitt Smith, Deontay.
That was the days when it was good.
Hey,
but the Cowboys didn't they get a new coach? Packers?
I'm not
Packers
sure.
Coach?
I'm not sure what is happening with them.
Yeah, I think they got a new head coach.
If they did, I
gotta look into that.
The poor Cowboys, man, they really get a shitty rap. I think just because of their popularity in the '90s or whatever, because they almost make the playoffs or make wild cards, and
that's been their rap for a while though.
And that's just the shitty thing. If you're a team in any sport, or just in any team, anything, if you're just almost good enough to be the top, that's almost worse than just being the worst.
It's like people would be like, "Oh, Cowboys doing good this year." It's like, yeah, wait.
Playoff season, and then they'll start dropping, and then
third game, calm down.
That's the Eagles too, though, Philly. But we'll save that for another time. Hopefully, by episode 5 of this podcast, we'll be talking about Super Bowl champion 49ers.
Oh yeah.
Hoping, praying,
live from Gikaku.
Live from Gikaku, Japanese pancakes. And then we gotta learn how to make those.
Hey, make me an omelet.
Exactly. Dude. So, you guys got a YouTube. What is the omelet called? Is it called something specific?
There is a word, but I don't know what it is.
I can't pronounce it. Or I can't. And it's an egg. It almost looks like a scrambled egg. Or like a pure omelet.
Soft scrambled egg
omelet. And then they cut it in the middle and it just unfolds and...
Boom.
It looks incredible. And...
Bacon just
your cousin said he can do it.
I know he can, but dude, I had like 2 eggs in my fridge.
Next time he comes over, I'm going straight to Safeway and I'm spending $10 in EBT on eggs.
Just a tray of eggs. Hey, make 9 right now.
48 eggs.
Jeez, he would too. Just get them cut enough.
Dude, he was ready to cook.
Oh yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. And that's why you gotta snap him out of that.
And I mean, it was like. It was so cool to talk to him about it because, fuck me, we'll save it for another episode because we're hitting time. But
he does want to do a podcast though. So.
Yeah, he would be a great guest, and I think like we had mentioned it before, or I had mentioned. I'm the only one that talks about it and mentions it. But the challenge, I want to see. I think we should eat those peppers.
Mine that I'm growing back there?
Those gnarly ass peppers. I think we need to do that on screen. I think people are ready to watch you get sick and throw up.
Okay. I'm gonna bounce on your ass, boy. I mean, I've done it before.
Don't scorpion pepper me, motherfucker.
Gonna wipe your eyes with basil leaves, bro. See that bush? That's basil.
Do you have basil? It is.
Right there, motherfucker.
No shit. He has fucking basil in his kitchen sink.
Yep.
And what? So what do you? Okay, we're gonna save that for the next one too.
We can tease it. We can tease it.
Episode 4, Zach's Garden.
Yeah, so it's a little intro, prelude.
We're gonna make a whole forever and forever intro for it. You should just have something for your back door when people go into your garden that just plays like Jurassic Park things.
Didn't we say that before?
If we should have. You're talking about your other podcast, buddy. You freaking jerk.
Jeez. Look at the time.
What? There's a hair past the freckle. Oh shit! I went there.
Had 6 1 half dozen or the other. What the fuck? What does that even mean?
Well, look at the time. Oh, well.
Who says that? You gotta say that during a set list.
There's a hair past the freckle.
Here's the next song. Y'all like some My Chemical Romance? Oh, what's going on?
No.
Popping. Is that me? That's me.
I don't know.
Damn it. Oh.
Fuck. I don't know how we make the hour every time, but we do.
But we do it.
And
it comes through. Anything else you want to touch on? Or
I don't touch on anything, you fucking pervert.
make sure you stretch those creamy hamstrings. Oh, shit. You piglet son of a bitch. Oh, all right, we gotta cut it.
We gotta go, guys.
Episode 4 is in the can.
Like, subscribe,
retweet.
Only follow him.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, The Nature Bear. Don't forget the ampersand in the beginning. What is it? The at? Whatever. Yeah, episode 4. Thank you guys.